I'm glad I've gathered you here all today.
This is Father Jimmy the Lips.
Yeah. Jimmy the Lips.
Jimmy the Lips.
We will be talking about avatars actually as well later. I will be playing a priest tonight. I will be a priest tonight in set to show you that it doesn't matter. Who saw me not giving a last night? Shall we go?
And it was necessary.
Yeah.
There was a 2 set that was opened by you. And it worked. I mean, congrats. You went in, it worked. It was too serious. Then it was about 10 minutes in, I think. 10 minutes is, you're in. You're sitting, you're joining them in conversation. But it wasn't until Baxter arrived did I hear shrieks of laughter. Buying temperature spikes. That's the way I saw it, right? And it was fizzling for you. It was like, where to next? Where do I take it? There's nothing, there's no, what was that? The sexual tension, there's no tension. Simply because you were getting along with them. You were running your material great. Your material is up to speed, right? So what is this? It's not a delivery problem. Well, it's a delivery problem in that you weren't smiling. He was maniacally smiling. He was right on the open, right? And it just hit.
Yeah.
It just hit, right? So is that a delivery problem or is that a structure problem? I think it may be a structure problem because you're going straight into comfort, right? 3 main things that we'll be focusing on for the next 3 years is structure of solid game, the actual phases for courtship. Then there's material to fill in that structure, and a lot of people falter on that, right? And then there's the delivery of it. Those are the 3 things that if we focus on those 3 keys, you'll get massive improvement, right?
So what are the 3 keys?
The structure, the material, and the delivery.
And the delivery, exactly.
What are the 3 keys?
Structure, material, delivery.
Perfect. You're going to be focusing on those things for the next several years. And you'll be focusing on one of those tonight. Maybe 2 of them, right? Hopefully we can get all 3 of them by the end of the weekend working so that you can get some success and feel like you're getting something out of this, right? Believe it or not, you get a feeling of success when you succeed. But when you fail, you get learning, right? So it's not crash and burn, it's crash and learn.
For me, it was a great learning when Baxter came and I saw the game.
And for me, from a distance watching you guys, it was a reminder that, oh yeah, everything that I had mentioned earlier about current emotional state on the open being blissful. If you come in blissful, like, nothing can wreck this day, I got a Jaeger in my belly, my friends are here, I'm surrounded by love, nothing can wreck this day. Opening that way increases the chances of it hooking by about 300%. So,
and my friends
so seriously, guys, seriously, smile. Right on the open, big smile, big, like you're smiling for children, you know, hello, little baby in a pram, you're in an elevator, ooh, coochie 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 coo. That's how you came in. It just out of nowhere, and the energy level was high, and they matched it. They raised their level. They got laughter,
which
shrieks.
Because they matched it, I knew it was on.
Yeah.
If they didn't match it, obviously it's not on, right?
How far did that set go? I didn't see that.
We went to La Banque.
We got it. I got to see it as far as C1.
Oh,
you were definitely.
It went a bit crazier when you left.
Did it? Well,
Oops.
I got. I ran out of steam. It's the best thing I can say. Getting back to the hotel, I put my head down. Boom. That's why I was not contactable, by the way. So apologies for that.
That's right. Well, luckily tonight is. What are
your weakness in those 3 were? I think it was structure for you. You think it's delivery, I think it's structure, right? I agree, the delivery wasn't as potent, right? But the material you had down You just went straight into comfort without creating the tension, which is what the second phase is. A2 is about creating tension, breaking rapport so that she can rebuild it.
Right.
There's this narrative, we're new, so I'll catch you quickly up to speed. The narrative of a good pickup, two ideas here. One is the girl should be chasing you, not us chasing them, not me putting my hand on her knee, but rather me taking her hand and putting it on my knee. That's all you get, right? And now I can lock it in as I shoot the shit. Can you cook? No? All right, well, you're losing me.
I don't like that demo.
Right? So now that I've pushed her off, she'll feel compelled to want to touch again, to want to at least engage me in conversation again. The fact that I pushed her off actually builds comfort. So that's what a neg is. A neg is a comfort building tactic. It's not to lower her self-esteem. It's to make her feel comfortable that you're not going to be hitting on her in an uncomfortable manner. And more so, anytime she demonstrates just the slightest bit of uncomfortable, of being uncomfortable, I'm going to handle that. I'm reminded of the way airlines view comfort. They're not out to make you comfortable in your seat. They're simply out to remove discomfort. That is their underlying philosophy with dealing with their customers. So let's remove discomfort. I create discomfort, right? They create discomfort by the fact that you're packed in like sardines. But you have that little air thing. Now I have some level of control, right? Now, oh, the wind's in my face. Okay, I can pretend I'm not here. I can close my eyes. I'm out in an open field having the wind blown at me, right? So similarly, that's what we're going to be doing, is we go in, it's an uncomfortable feeling that they're going to get dealing with a stranger, and we're going to instantly build rapport, or act as if we have rapport. That's the neat thing about these stories, is they're the stories you'd be telling them 2 hours in. You're 2 hours in set and you're telling the story. Well, why not take those good stories and bring them right near the beginning? It's like, why not bring the fun of the end of the night, you know, when everyone's drunk and they've been hanging out for 4 hours in the same room, so they're not that frightened of each other anymore, right? Take all that energy and bring it right to the beginning, because that's what I saw happen here, is it went from 0 to hero on the open, right?
And that will win you the girl.
I even, as a good wingman, and you said hockey.
Yeah.
Hockey, I'll explain hockey. We never talk about hockey in a club. That's not chick crack. It's not good conversation for girls, generally speaking, right? We never talk about hockey. So if the topic of hockey comes up, we've made it a rule, actually Matador and I originally
I know, I remember.
made it a rule that if you bring up the topic of hockey, what that means is, let's take a moment and confer, because we're not sure whose set this is, right? Let's discuss whose set this is. We need a game plan so we don't step on each other's toes. Sometimes what happens is you're in a 2 set and the girl that your wingman wants is showing interest in you, right? Now, Matador wouldn't bring up the topic subtly. He'd usually say, hockey! That's not how you do it, right? And that's how now it's become this running joke.
Well,
right?
That's why I went hockey.
You and hockey. So, all right. But it's also nice
They came back
to show that you have interesting friends. Yeah. And I rolled off. Yeah. Boy, did I roll off.
Let me talk you through that set, actually. It's quite interesting. So, she knew,
Beautiful girl. Like, an attractive face, cute body, young, 23 years old. And it was a part of a 2 set with another girl who was attractive as well. She was in the realm of possibility. I could see her being your girlfriend, pulling it off. You were busy in a 3 set. They were busy in a 2 set. Hello, welcome.
Hello.
Come and grab a seat.
you can squeze in, I'm sure there's room.
So Baxter had to go down.
So, well, there was lots of sets last night that I remember doing, but I kept going back to her. So I kept going away.
He kept leaving the set he was interested in, demonstrating a willingness to walk away, building comfort. How can you be chased if you don't step away? We want to be chased. That's the first narrative. I didn't mean to cut you off. Just the
No,
thought
no.
of the two narratives. One is she's chasing you, and what was the other narrative?
Willingness to walk away.
Well, you create that willingness to walk away thing so that she can chase you, but that's one of the narratives. We get her to chase us. God damn it, I have a brain freeze. Forgive me on that.
I'll just
Starting
continue
my
and
day
it will come back to you.
Exactly.
So at one point when I went away and came back,
catch up.
yeah, so there was some high value males on set with her. So I said, oh, I have competition. And she went, yeah, you're gonna, no, she goes, yeah. And I said, oh, so I'm gonna have to fight for you, am I? And she goes, yeah. And I said, but I always win. And she says, well, let's see. So I said, I got up on the bar, on the table of the bar. Who saw me do that?
I've got a video of it actually.
Oh, brilliant, I'm glad. I'd love to see it. And I just went,
It's not on the table, it's like on the bar.
and she looked, and I held it. Something like that, right?
Yeah.
I would love to see that.
Yeah.
And she got on the bar, and we danced. And then the bouncer wanted us off, so she jumped off, and I said to him, I'm coming.
I think I was on the pole
And then
at
I
that
just
point.
jumped off, and went, ta-da! I win.
You're right.
And then she was just like,
Yeah.
and then I took her to the side, and I did a bit of. So I'll explain what that is later. But it was basically
Isolated.
isolated.
Take-
And I said, how much time do you have on your hands in life? And she goes, well, you know, I've got 3 jobs, but
Yeah, like nice me to give it back.
No, they're my, you know, I can travel. Like she goes, I can travel. I said, can you travel with them? She goes, yeah, I can travel with them. I said, we need to talk. We need to talk about travel. Do you like adventure?
How many hours in was this?
I don't know. How many hours in? I was in, from me jumping off the
It was
table.
from 5 to 3 in the morning.
It's 5 to 3 in the
Okay,
morning.
so enough
Yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah.
Enough time.
What we're trying to do is establish a momentum, a compliance momentum, where at the beginning of it, you can ask her, could you hold this pen for a second? Thank you, right? And right. So here's the second narrative. Finally found it again in my mind. Travel. The best narrative you can have in a pickup is to convince her to go traveling with you. Whether it's little travels, like come upstairs, or I'm grabbing some gum, right? Come across the street with me. Those are small compliances that get bigger and bigger until you're traveling with her, and that's an instant girlfriend right there. So those are the 2 recommendations that I think are the best game plans. Rather, they're the best game plans for a solid pickup. Whatever that solid means, you know, the one that is most likely to succeed. And the first most likely concept here is be dynamic. And that way you have many more chances of them succeeding, because you're going to game them. You're not going to stick to some structure in a, what do you call that, a stack of material. Don't just stick to a stack of material. Now I'm going to do this routine. Now I'm going to do this routine. Now I'm going to neg. And now I'm going to... It's not dynamic. You're not dealing with the now, right? You're not handling the interrupts that may take place. The internal interrupts are the ones where one of the girls that is in the group, or one of the guys, pipes up and takes over the set, right? You have to handle those interrupts. There's also external interrupts, where someone you don't even know came out of the blue and said, hey, the taxi's here, we gotta go. And you have to be able to respond quickly. In that case, I'd be saying, you do realize that the time constraints being imposed on us right now are merely illusions. You're in charge. Taxis wait. They'll wait as long as they need to wait. It's a nice way of reframing. That's an external interrupt example. But we have to handle these. So be dynamic, right? Play a solid game. Do the right thing. Go phase by phase with the structure. That's the right thing to do, which means we're slowing it down. And in slowing it down, we'll speed it up. That's what was missing in your game there, was an A2. You weren't doing attraction. I mean, yes, you had attraction material, and you were throwing DHVs, but none of them were hitting like, oh, really? I didn't know that. Tell me more about you. Right? And there was a lack of smile and energy.
What about Cocky and Funny? Because I saw him like doing Cocky and Funny face.
Cheeky chappy.
Oh, yeah.
There's a difference.
Basically, where you're pushing them away. By us slowing it down, they speed it up. So we're the one who has to demonstrate, at least near the beginning, a few times where we're slowing it down. And that way, later on when we're getting along with each other, she's going to appreciate that you have gotten to that point. There's one girl that I don't get along with in every group, and that's the target. I literally don't get along with her. I say things like, all right, you're losing me.
I just have to say,
that's harsh.
Notice this, by the way, guys. The coaches are all writing notes because they know the importance of this. Write notes. Yeah,
well, we got 2 game plans for a solid game. One is get her chasing you, and the other is get her to travel with you. Whether it's mini travels, like come meet my friends. When you're doing a merge, you're demonstrating travel partner. When you go upstairs to the smoking section to find your friends, travel partner. When you go get gum across the street, travel partner. When you bounce her out to another venue and then bounce her out to another venue, travel partner. She's done all those. You've got 5 examples of she's compromised her safety only to arrive safely with you at some other public venue. Trust is established. And that way when you say, my friends and I were heading to a 3-day party weekend in St. Tropez, we have a place to stay, all you need is a flight, it's not that much of a jump. We were condemned to have to travel together or not see each other again, because I was traveling, right? I have a schedule that I'm running by. So she indulged in that, came to Lisbon, and we've been together ever since.
Wow, it's really raining. We'll talk more and do
But
less.
doesn't that ring true to you? Being a travel partner? If you can conspire to become her travel partner, you're with her, you're buying time. The first 3 seconds of the game buys you the next 10. That 10 seconds will buy you the next 30. And so it's a game of inches, right? That 30 seconds is going to buy you the next 2.5 minutes, and all that time has bought you enough time to get into to move into a lock-in position, which buys you 3 more minutes easy, right? If you can run one routine when you're in lock-in position, you can completely captivate them while you're in lock-in for 3 minutes, and that's going to buy you the next 10. That's what I watched happen, right? I mean, it is a lot easier for you to work the set when you have a friend in there, or at least easier to open. But
Yeah.
You came in with such an energy, a boyish charm, that I was just reminded that, snap, I gotta do that again, you know? I mean, I do that, but not that crazy.
Yeah.
I was reminded. It worked, so we can only trust what works.
I use that energy also to get us into free into the club, and our coats in free.
Did you have the girls with you to help?
No, I had no girls.
Okay.
Just the guys. The girls were in free already.
Right.
So she's like, we got him free. I said, so did we.
Yeah,
You
you're
paid for your
girls.
coat? She went, yeah. I said, we didn't. Boom.
Nice.
I win.
I win.
I win. Yeah.
Yeah. Conveying that
I
you're a
never
winner
lose.
multiple times is a good subplot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I had to tell her at one point, okay, we've had our banter now, let's get serious. And that's when I went into travel talk.
Fair.
I said, we need to stop the game now. Game's off.
Yeah.
You know, we're both good at it. Noted. You know, I didn't say I'm better. I wasn't. But I said, we need to talk. And then now I pulled her to the side and we had a chat.
I like the idea of actually just saying it. Brilliant.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
know it's obvious. You can just say it.
The mating dance is over. We like each other. End of story.
That reminds me of one of the DHVs that's kind of hard to convey when you're not with others is leader of men. So I'll just say I'm a leader of men.
Just state what you're trying to convey.
State it and it'll hit. It'll be the one more uploaded DHV. if you can multiply trigger those 5 DHVs, do you know what the 5 DHVs are? I'm hoping. Oh goodness, we'll go over them very briefly.
Just a quick second. Say pre-selection. Doesn't that indicate leader of men?
It presumes the
Yeah.
others.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? It
So
presumes the others.
pre-selection, you got it all.
You've hit everything with pre-selection.
Yeah.
You've hit it all. Pre-selection is 80% of the game, 80% of attraction of the DHV spikes, in my opinion. But the other ones are necessary.
Yeah.
You've hit
You
it,
gotta-
but you still have to demonstrate the others at
Yeah.
some point.
Yeah.
She'll assume, but she'll want to see.
Right.
Yeah. So pre-selection is the first one. Leader of men, protector of loved ones. Your stories will tell that. A willingness to emote, to show a rich range of emotion, like let's get serious. And successful risk taker. The operative word is successful. So your stories will all be conveying those 5 key things. I won't be talking about the time I was
Sorry.
with a buddy.
You said for leader of men, protector of loved ones, willingness to remote, successful risk taker.
Yes. And the first one was pre-selection. Where you're the boy band principle, where you're pre-selected by other women. Now, there's 2 ways of going about DHVs. One is talking about it, embedding it into your stories, which we got to get good at. So it's not bragging; it's just truth. It's incidental DHVs being thrown into your stories. But the better way is to actually demonstrate it live. So it's one thing to talk about the story about when you and a girlfriend of yours went down to Hollywood and she was an actress and really beautiful, and you went up to the Hollywood sign and touched it for good luck, and it worked. And she got into movies that you've actually enjoyed on Netflix. Now, if you say that story, that's gonna hit, right? Because you're bigging up some girl that you used to date, right? But it's even better to be seen with 2 girls. That's why we work the 1-2, I don't want to call it punch, that's too strong of a word, but it's like a 1-2 punch. You open up the set, you build social proof with it, and then you bounce to another location in the club, right? Or move, rather, to another location in the club. And from that vantage point, with that 2 set or 3 set that's with you, now you can snack on the hot girl. I want to get the hot girl in my second set rather than in my first set. I didn't note that was happening yesterday. In this case, you knew what you wanted. You went into the set, right? At some point, though, she got to see you interacting with others.
There was a point that
You rolled off 5 times at least.
Oh, much more even.
Yeah.
But there was points where she said something, you know, she was shit testing me. And that just makes me think that that's an IOI.
Yeah.
That's an IOI. You must like me if you're shit testing me, or you're showing emotion. So I did what I called the Richard Gere shift. I went, and I opened the set right next to me and said, grab my finger and span the other set, looked at her while I did it, and put it around my arm and danced, and then grabbed another girl and said, how low can you go? And I had 2 girls here. We went down like this. Boom, boom, boom. Unless that was another set as well that she saw, because there was 1 spin and then a double, 2 girls like that,
Yeah.
and then I went, nice meeting you. I walked back in the set and said, sorry, where were we? Just to
showing your social prowess is worth getting good at having a social prowess. I mean, that's how I do it. I don't just work her. I'll work her for a while and then I'll say, we should slow this down, let's rejoin our friends. That's my soundbite. We should slow this down, let's rejoin our friends. Our friends are her friends. But I get to now, we like each other, I know that in isolation. Wonderful, now I can slow it down. Give me your arm, that's all you get, hold tight, and let's rejoin our friends. And then in the 5 minutes that I'm hanging out with her friends, I'll hold court. I'll have a story to tell the friends. And by holding court, she gets to observe me interacting with others. And getting peer approval, bonus.
Let's quickly go over last night, because I would like just to hear your thoughts so I know what to teach you today, or tonight, shall we say. Let's start with Matt. What do you want to talk about?
Do you think you got your structure now?
Yeah.
You think you got your material up to speed? You think you got your delivery?
Yeah. I have it right now. I have my structure in my mind, so I know how to process, and I look after the behavior, the non-verbal behavior.
Yeah.
So when I observe the behavior, I know how I can upgrade my delivery.
Okay. So you're profiling them,
Yes.
matching their energy levels.
Definitely.
The way we do it is, if their energy levels is low, you can come in equal or a little bit higher. If their energy level is high, you got to come in equal or a little bit higher. If their energy is high and you come in super high, you can blow them out. That was when you came in. It could have been an uncomfortable thing, except you were safe by the fact that you'd already been in it, thereby raising some buying temperature, right? A stranger
Well,
has come to
I
talk, so you're just another stranger, but you're not. But you have the context of being his friend.
I'll give you an example of coming overly big. I wanted a table, a VIP area for us, or let's call it that. It was a bit like this.
Place to sit with the girls.
Yeah, I wanted that. But I also wanted to open a big set just for giggles. So there was, what, 12 girls? Who was there? 12 girls? You saw it. And one dude. What happened?
That's when you conquered me in that moment. Now I'm a believer. He
Now
just
he's
sat
believer.
there and challenged the guy and said something like, "I'm not moving out." And I'm seeing the guy. The guy is big. He has big arms. He's saying like, "Go away." I don't. You even got his hand.
I took his hand. I said,
Yeah.
don't point at me.
And like, I thought this guy is going to get beat up. I have to go there and protect him. This is not going well. And then another guy came and just said like something, "Are you alright?" And the other guy, the guy who was seated, he lifted and went away.
They all went.
Yeah, they all left.
And as they were all going, I went, thank you very much. Guys, come on, we've got a VIP table. This is where we're going to bounce women from now on.
Yeah, you need a place to lock in.
But there was like loads of girls.
Yeah,
And I just
girls
sat.
and the guys.
I sat. I opened the set. Right?
And in the end of the night, the guy was actually your friend, was talking to you and hugged you
I
and...
went up to him and I said, that wasn't like me starting trouble. I came in to be social and you told me to
It was
so
his fault.
you want to hug it out? And he went, yeah. And I gave him a hug. And we were cool. And then we had a chat. And he had like 12 girls with him. And I was like, hey, blah, blah, blah. And then they were okay with it. You know, some were a bit shocked and some
Some
were...
were laughing a lot, were liking you.
Yeah. And as soon as he did that, I was like, right, I'm definitely not going now. I just sat at the table like this, in the middle, like this. And he's there. I was like, oh, sorry, where was I? And then just carried on chatting. But yeah, it's okay. I made friends. So, no harm done. They'll remember
We
me.
were speaking with Matt.
Sorry.
And I use, as you said, the most powerful weapon, the smile. Always smiling. It's so easy. They don't smile a lot here. They're like that. They say, hey.
Like a dad.
Okay, just a shy smile, but they smile all the time.
Yeah.
I did that at the TNPRI, at the bank. Just, hi. It was just to have a small interaction, and after that, when I realized with a smile, I can disarm a group or girl, just my target. The smile
From watching
so easy.
from watching the others yesterday as well.
Yeah.
Did you get anything new that you're gonna start, stop, and continue? New ones rather than the last stop, start, and continues. What are you going to stop doing tonight that you may have done yesterday?
I have to think about that.
Okay.
Yes.
And maybe start is easier. What's something you're going to start doing
So do we open more sets, more
in less time? More sets in less
More
time.
sets.
What about merging sets? Open a set, and when you're in 3 minutes, this isn't solid. Solid is to stay in there longer, but 3 minutes is enough time to get enough compliance from them to move them 8 feet, to meet the next group. Why meet one group when you can meet 2 groups and let the last set assist you in the next approach? when you have girls with you and you open up a group, you're safe. You're safe. It's like it's like a hot knife through butter. It just opens the set because you've got social proof. You've already got approval, right? So take advantage of that. It's always bleak at the beginning of the night. You're all shivering going, I'm so lonely. You get that first set on the left open, you get into a lock-in position with them for a while, and from there you get to operate. You get to operate the adjacent sets. That's normal. So don't think you're picking up girls by themselves. You're picking up groups of people and you're merging the groups of people. That is a normal thing to do. So it's always 2 sets. Or at least think 2 sets.
I have to stop. I need to speak slower.
Yes, we always do. That's something to
I have to speak slower and maybe louder. The diaphragm.
And emphasize.
To be enthusiastic will make them feel enthusiastic as well. I want them to feel fascinated, right? So I act fascinated about what I have to say, but I do it slowly. I do it slowly and feel it. And it's almost a dichotomy. How can you be a slow speaker and still convey enthusiasm? And that is in inflection. You can add pauses to your sentences. You can slow things down and still have enthusiasm. Make sense? So that's a delivery thing. So your focus is on delivery. You've got material. You got lots of material. You know how to use the material. You're running it. What about in the attraction phase? Triggering attraction, getting the DHVs uploaded in her head, simultaneously negging, so that she will feel compelled by that to show you indicators of interest. Are you triggering that? Because I seem to be doing pretty good there too. You trigger that. Okay, so that's not a problem. That's good to hear. Just delivering. Slowing it down is going to make you less, enthusiasm's great. We want enthusiasm, but we don't want to look nervous doing it. Because you can be enthusiastic for her. The idea is to be enthusiastic over what you are talking about. Your topic has nothing to do with you and her. It has to do with the Titanic or touching the Hollywood sign. You're using spellcraft. Of course you are talking to a girl and you're in front of each other. But you can be talking about something else other than the obvious now, right? And that's what this spellcraft is about, storytelling. Add in those DHVs, throw in the negs to encourage her to qualify herself to you. Because when you switch phases and you start allowing her to qualify herself, there's good qualification and bad qualification. A girl will not want to qualify herself if you haven't DHV'd. If you just went into comfort game and you did not encourage the DHVs and throw in some negs, I call it priming. In the second phase, I'm priming for A3. I'm getting her primed and ready to qualify. And the best way to qualify is for me to disagree with something. I can say, let's agree to disagree. And then I'll say an IO. Basically, I do several IODs, indicators of disinterest or negs, right? In A2, the second phase. So that in A3, she's primed and ready to do the mirror opposite. She's going to DHV me and I'm going to IOI her. But she hasn't earned IOIs until A3. So she's going to get very few IOIs from me. So I give an olive branch in A3. The beginning of it, I'll say, is there more to you than meets the eye? You're a very attractive young lady. Is there more to you than meets the eye? I'll throw in that IOI. It's a compliance test. In other words, in A3, in qualifying, it's the art of the compliment. I am going to hit on the girl. It will happen. But it won't happen until I've seen indicators of interest from her. Then she's earned me hitting on her a bit. I even condition all the times I hit on her with a calibrator. If I give an IOI, you have beautiful eyes, for instance, if I say that, can I touch them? And now it's just a joke. So it's an IOI with an IOD calibrator at the end, right? If I say, you are absolutely drop dead gorgeous, too bad you're not my type. To me, that's funny. It's just a throw off line, and it hits. She can't say I have a boyfriend in response to that, because I said, too bad you're not my type. She can't say I have a boyfriend, even though I said, you're drop dead gorgeous, right? But if I just did, you're drop dead gorgeous, she could say I have a boyfriend. But by my saying, you're drop dead gorgeous, too bad you're not my type, she'll say, why am I not your type? As opposed to, I have a boyfriend, right? And by the way, if a girl has a boyfriend but likes you, you'll never hear about it. So if you're getting, I have a boyfriend, it's because you're not calibrating your IOIs correctly. You're showing interest, they're feeling uncomfortable, and they're saying, I have a boyfriend, throwing you an IOD in response. I want them to give me an IOI when I give them an IOI, right? So that's why they have to earn my IOIs for A3. Okay.
Someone told me that that girl had a boyfriend and he was upstairs in Tirumpelli. I didn't know that, she never told me.
Yeah, I didn't. I was
And she
thinking-
hasn't told me yet. And she left with me to the club. Well, she went ahead, not we went. She was like, meet me in the block. So she didn't once mention a boyfriend. You're the only reason I know.
You also didn't give her a reason to do it though.
Yeah.
Because the nagging, the
Yeah.
teasing, the throwing off,
Yeah.
which is needed, worked. You know, it made it look like you guys were getting along fabulously by not getting along.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, you kept putting her in her place, you kept rolling off, and then you'd say, here, keep me company, and she would, trouncing along, go for a drink with you.
Yeah.
Right?
Boyfriend's there, apparently. I'm walking her to the bar like this. And hands.
Yeah. Yeah. Escalating keynote. Multiple moves. And then bumping into them again was a pleasant surprise.
Yeah.
And then
And I was in set
there.
when I saw them in the club. I went into set and then, hey.
Oh, nice. So
Yeah.
you saw her, so you went into a set, so that.
Well, I was in set and then I saw her.
Oh,
But
okay.
I used
Good-
that
good
to
that
my
you were there.
advantage.
Right.
But I even moved the set back a bit. I think
Yeah.
so I
So
get there.
there's more work than just getting her phone number. It's actually instant dating. That's where it's at. Doing this multiple move, multiple bounces. That's normal. That's normal in a good set, a nice solid set.
That felt
Okay.
like an instant date. The second place.
Yeah.
It felt like a date.
Yeah. Instant dating.
Yeah. And on with
That's
dates, I do go around and talk to other people. That's just what I do.
And she has to deal with it.
I have to deal with it. And so
And she gets to see what you're like in front of others.
Yeah.
It's a demo.
It's a demo.
It's a demo. Yeah. And girls are impressed by it.
So that's why merging is vital, and it's a cheat. Use the cheat.
It's basic and advanced. It's advanced in that you have to be able to open a set twice. That's advanced. You have to be able to open a set and then do it again without falter, right? So it's advanced, but it's basic in that you got to do it tonight. 2 sets, 1-2 punch. Yeah.
Can I put 2 questions about pre-selection?
Sure.
So, there was this book I read, I think it was one of your former students. So, I can't remember. A former student of yours wrote a book I read,
Okay.
and it's not important, you are. He said the pre-selection does not generate attraction. Said it generates, how was it? He said, what's the word? It's like congruence. Am I saying it right?
Congruence.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that it does not generate attraction, but it fixates you or proves that you are actually an attractive man. You made it before. You made yourself before an attractive person,
Right.
and then you have to be congruent. So you're an attractive person, but how come you don't have pre-selection? How come you don't have? So
Oh, right.
yeah.
If you're using material and running stories that show that tell her that you've got pre-selection, but then she never sees you with a girl, It's weird. I think it's weird to meet a girl by herself. You don't get to meet her friends. She doesn't get to meet your friends. What I like to do is have those two things take place. It can't happen on the first time you meet, because maybe you meet her in a line at Starbucks and she's by herself, you're by yourself. I think that's 1% on. Maybe I have her contact info, but now I still have to take her out and build comfort. So I'm going to want to meet her friends. I'm going to want her friends to meet my friends. I want her to see what I'm like in front of her friends, in front of my friends, and in front of strangers. I want to demo all of that into when I build a girlfriend. If I'm interested in a girl enough, I'm going to show her what I do. I took Sana on a boot camp in Lisbon to show her what I do. Agree with that. There is congruence, but there's two ways of demoing pre-selection. One is by saying it, and the other is by showing it. So the congruence is necessary, but when you show it, you've got a set you've opened and you're leaned back, and from that position you can then open the adjacent set. That's instantly congruent, right? So it does hit attraction. It is an attractive characteristic to be pre-selected by other women. It's the boy band principle. You ever see a video, a new video from a new boy band? They got girls chasing them. It's like, it's impossible. You're new. You don't have girls chasing you. But the music video shows that, and it works. From that point forward, girls will chase you. It's like you and your pictures. You have pictures with girls, other girls will just presume that you got the goods. Whatever those goods are for those girls must be applicable to them. You had a second question?
Yeah, I do.
Hopefully that answered it.
Yeah, it does answer. Thank you very much. I had a girlfriend for 4 years. She was stunning, she was beautiful, and everybody noticed that. At the point, I was in a dining. I went to a dinner party with her, and there was someone who just made this simple comment. Another girl who said, "Oh, Slava has a beautiful girlfriend. How come?" And someone just said, "Yeah, he's rich. He can pay it."
He's what?
He's rich. He can pay it. He's buying the girl. Well, actually, I was not.
Fair.
It just,
my response to that, you're all a bunch of assholes. It's because I'm this big. Now fuck off. I care very little about people's opinions. Because that's an opinion. Right? If they treat me poorly, I don't like to be treated poorly. Like, I like that idea what Baxter did. If someone points a finger at you, you don't point your finger at me, you grab his finger.
I hate that.
Yeah. Don't point your finger at me. Point this finger at me. Because it's worse than having someone point at you? Having your finger grabbed. Like, don't point your finger at me, and you're like, I can't get it off.
By the way, you can point a finger at someone without it looking bad. You just bend it. It has the same effect without being rude. It's like making a point.
Making a point.
Instead of like making a point.
Yeah.
I'm making a point. See the difference? It feels different, right?
Subtlety. I'm using it.
It's like, say, with your body rocking like that. That's very intense. That's a go.
Right.
So what I usually do, so if I'm at set, you know, it was in that Aussie bar, there's 5 girls sitting around the table. So I started with the side, just, you know, like that. Then once they were getting a bit more warm to me.
I hope when you're doing it, it's not like this. Beep, beep, coming back like this, but rather more of a disinterest.
Yeah.
Like you have to really show a disinterest right on the open, because you can talk like this rather than like this, right?
Yeah.
You're more already on your way out. They haven't earned this. This is more interest. This is less interest. Some people will put their energy into making it look specifically like my back's to them, right? It's not just a rule, it's a way of being, it's a look. And if you're drunk and you don't care, then your body language will naturally be that. So when you're not drunk and you do care because she's really attractive, it has to still be as if she was a 7 and you didn't care and you weren't even thinking about it. It's got to be the same body language, the same vibe. So treat them all like 7s. If you're so inclined to rating women from 1 to 10, which I would never do. Soundbite. So, good questions. Where'd Baxter go? Let's continue around the room. Stop, start, continues.
Sorry, what?
Stop, start, continues. What are you going to stop doing tonight? Because it's Groundhog Day. We're going to go into a time machine, back in time one day, and we're going to do it all over again. What can we do differently to harness the night better? What are you going to stop doing?
Stop doing. I'm going to stop hesitating.
Were you hesitating?
Yeah.
I mean, hesitation happens.
Yeah.
Every great pickup artist has their own inner game issues to deal with just as much as anyone else. Right? So.
Yeah. Stop hesitating. I'm going to stop focusing, trying to focus a bit more on the steps of the structure
and the phases.
Implementing them.
So you're going to focus on structure today.
Yeah.
Good. As opposed to trying to get the girl. There's a difference. When you're going in trying to get the girl, you're not having a relationship with the phases. I say have a relationship with A1, have a relationship with A2. Get into it doesn't matter what set it is, does it? You're still in A2. Every time you go into a new set, you're going to hit A1, you're going to hit A2, you're going to hit A3. So have a relationship with A3, with qualification. Trying to make a solid qualification rather than trying to win that particular girl.
Yeah.
Fair. Structure it is.
Yeah.
And usually in structure, it's hitting attraction. Triggering attraction, getting her to chase you, throwing negs, as opposed to going in and having instant rapport and then you're stuck in comfort and there's no escalation.
Yeah.
Escalation, this is how I see it. The escalation ladder starts in hell. So you got to go to hell with her and say, you and I are never going to get along. And then rebuild from there. The stairway to heaven begins in hell. And that to me is a part of solid game. Make it a part of your pickup strategy, your structure for a pickup, is to not get along with one person, the target. Get along with everyone else. But specifically one person you don't get along with, other people will notice you're not getting along. It's not anger. You're not doing it out of anger. You're just doing it out of apathy. You just don't care. You don't care if somebody likes you or doesn't like you. Big deal. It's like a guy who's getting laid. He doesn't care if this girl likes him or doesn't like him. He just had a blowjob an hour ago. He's fine, right? And that's what we want to convey, is that we're fine. We don't need anything from them. I mean, nothing. Zero. We're not needing sex. We're not needing money. We're not needing anything from her, other than stimulation. She's like a mirror to bounce my thoughts off.
When you gain their trust is when you start at what point?
When do I start showing interest? In A3, in qualifying. A1 is opening. It's about 15 seconds long. It hits, and you're done when it reaches a hook point. 15 to 30 seconds long, they say, right? Give or take. A2 lasts 3 to 5 minutes, depending on the size of the set. In A2, you're throwing negs to be permitted to DHV. You're DHVing, looking for indicators of interest, right? Slowing them down through the negs, and priming her by doing that to start qualifying herself. In A3, she qualifies herself. It's 8 to 12 minutes long.
How long is A2?
About 3 to 5 minutes. When you're 3 minutes in already, 5 minutes in, you better start thinking about qualifying the girl, moving the set and qualifying her. If you don't qualify, like if you don't move the set so you can qualify, the very act of moving the set is showing interest, right? But it could be interest in what they have to say or their opinion on something as opposed to who they are and how hot their body is, right? It should be stimulating conversation.
How long will be
A3, 8 to 12 minutes. That's how I feel. These are just feeling numbers. But it's a lot longer because you only can do A3 once. The girl's going to become your girlfriend, and so you don't want to be too easy. And it's really false qualification. I'm not out to actually see if she's a mate, you know, a potential lifelong mate for me in 8 to 12 minutes. I'll find that out on day 2, on day 3. I'll find that out after sex, please and thank you, whether, you know, she's a forever girl. But I do want to qualify her and make her feel like I like her for valid reasons. And then I'm fascinated by her for valid reasons. So that's, you know, fall in love with the phase. Have a relationship with each of the phases. And then you're already moved into a lock-in position. If you can do multiple moves, then she'll have many memories of hanging with you. So I want to keep that compliance momentum escalating, right? Increasing. That's a part of the game plan. And then you're in C1. You're comfort. The first phase of comfort, which is rapport. Now it's time to build rapport. We act like we have rapport when we open. We break rapport with one person. We rebuild that rapport with that one person, which is why we isolate, right? And then we rejoin our friends, telling everybody we now get along. Like I'll say the soundbite, your friend and I like each other. You cool with that? Just to see what'll happen. You may want to write it down. Your friend and I like each other. You cool with that?
Now you create rapport in A1, you break rapport in
A2, we rebuild rapport in A3, and we enjoy the rapport in C1. That's solid game, every set. And Richard, what about you? Start, stop, and continue? What's going to be different tonight than last night? You slept.
Huh?
You slept. Right? Today, you'll have more energy for the
Yeah, definitely need more energy.
because you crashed.
Yeah, I mean the first 2 bars we were at, I was good, but then I think jet lag started kicking in once we got to the dance club. And
I recommend
dance club having no energy.
I
is
recommend
not good.
doing what I should have done. But we started at 6, it didn't stop. We started. There was no break.
We should have had a break. Well,
Oops. Yeah. Disco nap. Take a disco nap, a 20-minute nap in the car before you get, you go into the club. That's what stopped. Right before going into the club, we just say, okay, let's just rest. And right in the car, we would just sleep for 20 minutes, set the alarm, wake up tired as fuck because we've slept in the car. And it would help us after the first set, because when you go into set, it wakes you up entirely. I am awake when I'm in a new set. I just wake up. I'll be tired for the first 30 seconds even. I can feel like going in. I don't really want to go in. And I'll just start and I'll pretend to be alive.
That first
And then
couple
I get alive.
clunky, can be clunky. You know,
Yeah.
like that 4 set in the Aussie bar.
Yeah.
Even though I handled it, bum bum bum, each one.
Or the first one's the only one. So first one's the worst one, or it could be the only
It could
one.
be. That's what I mean. You can snag from that. Like how many sets did you do, Baxter? Normally it would be one, and
Yeah.
one set.
Yeah.
She came home. So, you know.
Stop, start, continue. What will you stop doing tonight?
So I think yesterday I was being pretty social. And I was maybe talking with a lot of people that are like, couples.
Okay.
It wasn't really like anything that was really gonna happen.
Fair, but you were picking sets and you were being social, but you weren't selecting sets with the target.
I never felt like I ever had a target that was really going to work out.
Understood. He had a target.
So definitely I wanted to like ramp up maybe sexual attention with the target.
Right.
Yeah.
So you were
I
going
think
in friendly banter because there's no target. You can't neg anyone.
Later.
So I was being social, but not
Okay.
sexually.
So target selection is what you're going to focus on,
target selection.
right? we're gonna make sure that we get you in front of some hot girls since we are in Helsinki.
Yeah. Definitely.
They're here.
Want to get some more material.
This is the space on Earth. Use it wisely.
Okay. Well, I'm a resource of
And you
material.
know why I had to leave? It's too much.
What material do we have in written form that we can get to?
Yeah, I can send you some stuff over now on my lovely new laptop. Thank you very much, Simon. Boosh.
You need it.
Yeah.
You need it.
Eric, you know
You can only reach out by people through this thing.
building rapport once we've been starting in C2, C1. Is it A3 that you break rapport and start building in C1?
No, it's in A2 that I break rapport. In A3, I'm giving her a chance to win me over, and I'll let it work. So at the beginning of A3, I'm saying, is there more to you than meets the eye? Right? And at the end, I'm saying, your first impression was sort of neutral, but now that I get to know you, you are incredible. You may want to write that down.
Who wants a copy of... Good. I would literally just need to... for you to all just stick your email in and pass it round.
Sounds good.
And then I can do the rest.
Sorry, Eric, you said again, just so I can write that down exactly.
What was the piece again? Where was I?
Beginning of A3.
First impression.
Your first impression was neutral, or sometimes they'll say was lousy. And now that I get to know you, you are incredible. You may want to write it down. It's an A3 piece.
Yeah.
At the beginning of it, I'm saying, is there more to you than meets the eye? And at the end, I'm saying, you're incredible. It's nice to feel understood. It's a nice little soundbite to use in A3. You're qualifying her. You're going to be basically hitting on her to see how she responds. That's what A3 is. A3 is a lot of compliance testing. You're testing with an IOI to see whether you're going to get an IOI back.
So, those girls that you met in, what was that, Terraloo?
Terrampelli.
Terrapelli.
Yeah.
So, what I was doing, I was merging them with that set. Because I knew that girls get very jealous about that. So
Sure.
I knew.
Merging is always good.
Yeah. So when Rob was on the bar, there was actually a pole.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I tell you what, I said, girls, get down, let me get on the pole. So I got on the pole, because I can kind of pole dance.
Everyone can kind of pull dance.
yeah, exactly, kind of pole dance. And that girl just came straight over. So obviously, yeah, who's this young guy, you know. Blah,
A bit of flair.
Flair, yeah.
That's what's missing
Yeah.
with a lot of you. A bit of flair. A bit of pizzazz.
Pizzazz. You come in with a bit of flair. You know, we saw a good demo of
Did I do anything with the scarf? Oh! So talk about the scarf.
There was a set that I had just tried to open and it went nowhere. It was like my worst set of the night.
Oh, no, you
right there. Opened the girl, and she was kind of giving him the same kind of disinterest and dismissiveness.
Right.
And the two of them, it was a two set, they started walking away. He took his scarf off, roped his girl like cattle.
She went to go, so I just went.
And she started running.
And she's trying to run on the spot. And I'm just like, right, look at this. And everyone's, and she's like, she couldn't get away, could she? And I just let her go. And then I just went, hi. It was funny as shit, that was. I wish we had that on film.
I was trying to get my camera out, she escaped right as I was hitting record.
I let her go. You know? I let her go. Thank you. Real release.
So,
building a net.
Right?
Busy.
so after I got down, I
Building a
bounced
net.
to a quiet area.
Fair.
And then I bounced her to another quiet area.
Good.
But the problem was, her ticket for a coat was with her friend. So we were waiting a bit.
This is you have to handle the logistics.
Anyway,
You can lose a set because of
you know
logistics.
what? Come, fine. I was just like, come, I'll take a hand. Anyway, so So we're walking out the venue, and that's when I start my
Ready to go home?
my bullshit. So I just say, what's your favourite thing, cats or dogs? Just to keep them talking, you know, keep them. And we ended up on some bus. Oh my, I don't even know where it was. Like, it must have been like 20 minutes away from here. Yeah. And then got to the place. She had like a studio apartment, but she had a dog as well.
Oh yeah, just take a picture of the dog.
Dog, yeah.
That must have been fun.
Yeah, it was.
We ended up at some girl's house. You know,
Yeah.
at night, that's normal. That
Yeah.
was good.
But blue bus, like we would make out on the bed and everything.
Everything was too
A little
soon
bit.
and you guys know.
A little bit, you know what? I can get over LMR quite well, but I know when there's like a no and there's a no, and I just leave it. I understand.
Yeah. No was no.
Yeah.
No means no. It was too soon, man.
Yeah.
You know that.
Yeah.
But why didn't you play solid game? Because you could have come out with us today.
I was like, you know what? Maybe next time.
She was just like,
Nah.
nah. So what ruined it? She trusted you enough to invite you to her house.
Yeah. Who knows?
Just something happened.
Part of the game.
Did you do something?
I didn't do anything.
I believe you.
Although.
I'm looking for his eye.
Yeah, the thing is, there is a point of no return, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So if you go past that, they'll feel salty to see
And you went.
again.
And you went past.
I
it.
went past it. I was
Yeah.
right, I'm on, you know, in Helsinki.
You're only here for so many
Exactly.
days. And
You got, sometimes
it's either gonna happen or
what
not.
Bexa says, crash the car,
yeah,
you know?
that's fair.
Yeah, so.
Well, what are you going to do differently tonight? We're starting from
I'm
scratch
going to
again.
say delivery, probably better.
More energy, I guess.
More energy.
Higher opening, higher energy.
Yeah.
Just try it as an experiment.
Yeah.
See where it takes you to come in drunk. Act drunk. I've done this. It's a neat thing to do. Act drunk. You'll get away with more. You can rub bellies on your open. I'm seeing it. Yes, it's an intellectual pursuit, but it's supposed to. We're supposed to have gambits that we deliver properly, and some of these gambits are grabbing the girl and spinning her. You can't write about it. You know, it's not really a spin the girl. That's all. You know. But when you see it done right, it looks so good, and girls from a distance will see you hanging out and having fun with other girls that are compliant to you. Man, it kicks ass.
I remember another thing I was doing actually from that girl. I was doing girl curls. So I was going 1, 2.
Oh yeah, girl
It's usually good actually.
So what are you going to start doing tonight?
What am I going to start doing? Probably. I always try and enter quite high.
Okay.
So, did you see any of my stuff? What's your opinion on it?
I don't recall.
I did.
I don't recall. Perhaps if you can
Yeah.
remind me of what you look like.
Which set are you on now?
Anything.
Anything? Well, there was one that you did. I feel there's a slight bit of jerkiness in your
Yeah.
movement,
Yes.
which needs to be
I was
smooth.
only half joking about the beat thing.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
body language is not there yet, which is cool to know that it's not there yet.
It means we can work.
If you can
Yeah, yeah.
act drunk, that just try it as the experiment for half the night. Act drunk. Your body language will play more normal, more into yourself. Imagine if you can only think 7 seconds into the future, because that's pretty much all you can think when you're on alcohol. You're more present in the now, looking around.
You're in the now.
Right? You're in the now, and as opposed to thinking, you know, in your head, out of your head and get into the now, so you can enjoy the interaction.
Don't be in your head.
What are you going to continue doing?
Well, I suppose my delivery needs to be better.
Okay. Can we do the act drunk things?
Yeah.
Whatever that means.
Remember,
You know,
while
as
being
if you've
drunk,
had 3
you can
drinks.
sober up in an instant.
That's the beauty of it.
And they go, whoop.
Yeah, is that you can act drunk, you'll talk slower, you can even slur words. It gives you the excuse to interact with the whole group of people because I'm drunk. You know, you guys are all cartoony right now, man. You're all cartoony.
I think what I continue doing, maybe the material, the structure's fine. So I know what to do.
Fair. You feel, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, you brought a girl back to her pad, so
Yeah.
And you
know what to
do consistently bring girls back.
Yeah,
So-
I know what to do. So
Good.
just doing it really consistently, you know.
Yeah. Stick to the structure if you can.
Yeah.
You know, break rapport in A2. Everybody should be breaking rapport with the target once. Try it. Do you need breaking rapport sound bites? Do you have enough negs? You and I are never going to get along. You know why? We're too similar. Try that one in field. You'll see they'll behave differently. We don't have to get along. It's okay. We'll survive.
But maybe choose my target as well.
Okay.
specifically.
Go after the hottest girls and
Go.
work your way down.
Yeah.
That's how I did it. You go into the venue and you look around and you find, and you don't look around like predatorially looking around. You go in, you stand there, you can see everybody, and you take a quick swing and you find which one is the hottest one. And usually they're bouncers, not bouncers, sorry, bartenders, right? Go-go dancers or any hired gun, right? Not bouncers. I'm
Well, I
not
did
into
have
the
to work
bouncers.
the bounce last night to
I'm
get
not,
us in.
I'm not into the bouncers,
Unless they're
but
female guns.
but the hired guns are beautiful girls.
Yeah.
So you'll find yourself starting there, work your way down. Like if I'm going to work a bartender, I'll work a 2-set in front of the bartender at the bar, so I can upload my pre-selection prior to my even initiating a conversation.
I was working the bartender on top.
Was I?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You like grabbing
Should
her
be
hand
set.
like this and go, "There's
Oh,
all
right.
these tattoos."
Oh yeah. She's liking it. I do remember that. I said, is that one of those new flavoured tattoos? I should have finished that set, I just forgot about her.
Yeah.
Well, you know where she works.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did I do it in front of the girl?
No.
Oh well.
Yeah, I've got the receipt to. I purchased some ibuprofen.
Yeah.
And the girl that works there was particularly beautiful, like 8.9 to 9.2 range easy. So I do have a receipt, and I have the address.
I've got her. I know where she works.
You know, I know where she works. Anyone who wants to go work a set, there's a girl who works
Where?
at the pharmacy, and she's beautiful.
No, but
It's just
seriously,
crazy.
where is
It's like
it?
going to McDonald's, and, you know, meeting a girl who could be a model.
Yeah, but where is it? No, seriously, where is it?
It's in my pocket.
No, the place.
I forget, but it's one of these pieces of paper. That's nice. It's not a close in any way. I'm just saying
It's a receipt, though.
it's a lead. It's in here somewhere. I don't know which one. I'll do it later. Duty free, no. But it's one of my receipts. Point though is it's going spare. There's a lead for just saying.
Erasure.
But I'll bring it out when we have time. She's worth inviting out
I'm
to
working
a
one here
nightclub
as
environment.
well. There's one here I'm speaking to at 6 a.m.
Like I like the idea of inviting them out to the next day. You just don't close that way with an open. You don't open with a close. You run the set for 25 to 40 minutes. You build that level of rapport. Break it first, and then rebuild it, and then enjoy the rapport with each other. So that when you do invite them out to some venue, they're going to trust you. They know that you've said no to them. You know that they know rather that you're not kissing their ass, because you've demonstrated several times a willingness to walk away. I gotta walk, you know, I gotta go to the washroom here, hold my drink, don't spit in it when I'm away, right? And then you come back and take your drink, and you're not all creeping on them, you know? You get to enjoy them in conversation. Oh, right. Yeah, you went in like this, it was so needy, and, you know, don't bow. Don't bow. If they're seated and you don't have a place to sit, you can say, here, scooch over. I can only stay a second, right? I'll move people. It's okay to move people around, right? But if you have to get down on your knees, like if she's here and I'm getting down here for a moment, I won't be down here for more than 30 seconds because my knees will start to hurt, right? So then I can say, here, scooch, give me some room here. I need room, right? But if you have to be down, don't be down for more than 30 seconds because it's low value. right? Or better yet, stay standing and just talk louder.
Yeah.
If it's impossible and you have to kneel down, go kneel down. But kneel down so it looks comfortable, not so it looks uncomfortable. I've seen guys kneel for 10 minutes.
Can I show you a quick thing for if you're opening a 2-set that's sitting down? You want to sit here a moment? And remember, you have to do it you have to do this quickly. Obviously, you don't want to be stuck down. So if I come down and I want to chat to you, I'll open the set and I'll be chatting away. But I might just put my elbow on because I'm directing it here. Now, if I'm directing it here, this is weird. I won't actually put that much pressure on. Actually, it'll be very light. I'll literally be hovering. But it's the way I'm keen and I'm talking, and then I may switch over if I'm chatting, and then just. I can't do it here properly, but it's a pivot move. So like you're on one leg like that, chatting to this person, and then I'll just pivot to this side and do that. And then I'll get up and I'll say, oh, my knees hurt, and sit in the middle. But I keynote in one and looking at the other. If I'm keynoting you and looking directly at you like that, that's weird. So if I'm talking to you, it looks like I'm stabilizing myself, but I'm not really putting any pressure on you, am I? So,
Yeah.
does that make sense?
I like it. Do I do that? I must do that.
We need a bathroom break. A few guys need to go to the toilet.
I need a cigarette.
Yeah. So 10 minutes. You can get a coffee from Starbucks or something.
How long is a roll off?
I did one in Amsterdam that lasted 5 minutes. He ran the set 2 minutes, threw the girl onto us, and then he went to the washroom, and it took him 5 minutes, and I held court for 5 minutes, and then he came out, and 3 minutes later had the number. It was hardly any work, right? Most of the work was done by me, just by holding the set. And she was literally waiting for him to come back out, right? And we continued the set for another 3 minutes. He got phone number exchange and an invite out to come hang with us that night, just as our Uber came and picked us up. So we all hopped into a black car and got whisked away. And it was destiny. It was perfect. It was a perfect pickup. Short and perfect. And she came out later that night and hung out with us all night long. And she was a 9.5. So 5 minutes. You went to the washroom. The first time was a minute and a half. You came back too soon to go to the washroom, actually. I think you just rolled off. Said you're going to the washroom, but you didn't go.
I just did my hair.
Okay, fair. And then you came,
I felt I came back too soon.
No, but that was fine. And you came back, well, you had to. You can't keep her too long because there's a bunch of other pickup artists.
As well.
A bunch of other pickup artists, right? So, you came back, and then about, 10 minutes later or so, you said you had to go to the washroom again, and you went off, and that was about 3 minutes.
At one point she was talking, I just walked off. I didn't even say, she went, he's just walked off. Who heard that? She went, he's just walked off, she said. And I just carried on walking off.
So 3 to 5 minutes?
Okay.
Minute and a half even?
Okay.
Short.
I just noting, because I can't remember any of this, she's invested loads of chat to me, right? And I'm just like, okay, blah, blah, blah. And she goes, here's the map, got it, come here. Nope. I wrote, nope. And then, what? Maps. Night.
Come
Nope.
here. Nope.
Blah, 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 address.
He's the one saying
night.
no.
Just night.
To a beautiful girl. That's how it's done.
One word each night.
Make her
Nope.
chase you.
Night.
Make her chase you. That's the narrative of a good pickup. Make her chase you. It's a trick. It's a series of demos of doing these takeaways. So that's a good thing to focus on. Beautiful. And what will you continue doing?
I will continue discussing the material and barreling through the anxiety and answering the bell.
Okay. There's anxiety in it.
Yeah.
Near the end of the night, did it go away?
Well, mostly.
See?
Yeah.
It's never gonna go away on the first set of, it resets to 0 every time you
Shit,
start the game over. The next day starts. The best pickup artists in the world, I've met a whole bunch of them. Guys who are really good at this and have women in their lives that are really beautiful. They're accustomed to beauty. They all get approach anxiety. So it's simply, I'm giving you permission if you need it. You have permission to be afraid of the approach. Still, approach.
Yeah.
Just, it's okay to be afraid.
Because if you don't, you're a bit of a psychopath, really. You just keep on going down, back. It's like, there's something wrong. very natural to be, you know, a little bit.
To have a little bit of anxiety.
Social intelligence.
Yeah.
It's my reopen. Guess what? It's my reopen. Guess what?
Guess what? Your memory stuck with me.
Oh, just guess what?
Guess what?
Let's see how that. Sorry. How that goes. I can say anything from that.
Yeah.
Guess what? What? I'm in the ransom blue. Guess what? What? I want a coffee.
Yeah.
You know, get whatever. It doesn't.
We'll see. We'll see
We'll see.
where it leads. I like the idea of you're still on my mind.
Yeah.
Guess what? You're still on my mind.
Guess what? You're still bugging me.
You still annoy me.
I'm still pissed off.
Yeah, I'm thinking about you and you're not here, and that annoys me. And do you have start, stop, and continue? What will you stop doing tonight?
It's easy to answer you the other way. What I'm starting doing.
Okay.
I'm starting being a shadow. I'll be a shadow for the whole night.
Well, I'd like to see you do some sets as well. I need to see you do 3 sets so I can recognize patterns.
Okay.
You'll learn more by going in set yourself.
I'll show you what I can. Keep in mind, my girlfriend's right behind you. Whom I met on boot camp. Are you doing okay back there? Nothing.
It's the little things I want to take notice. So it's important that I'm focused on what you're doing.
When you're
little things like difference between you sit on the table of the other guy and sitting and holding his hand, or holding his finger if he points at you with just one finger.
Right.
I want to take notice on that. That's why I came here.
Okay, fair.
You wanted to say no? Say that again? Because that woman was
He
shouting.
wants to see what good pickup looks like.
I can give you an example from my work. I was trying to do protocol for 4 weeks. You have to hit something and mix 2 different chemical products.
Right.
And I read, and what it says is hit this and then mix.
Yes.
And it's a big difference if you do one way or the other.
Yes.
For one way you have a good experiment, and the other way you have things blowing up, people getting hurt, and a big trouble. That happened to me. That happened to me.
Right. Okay.
So
How many fingers
you see,
you got?
You see this here?
I was teasing.
Acid spots. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's got very big trouble for me.
Yeah.
It's a big difference. It's a big difference between you holding the guy's arm here or you're holding it here.
Yep. Definitely.
Using one finger, and I want to see that.
Okay.
I'm not going to work for 3 days. I had to like stock it for a whole year. Which I would, of course, if I had the money to. But yeah, but that's what I want.
But do get in set yourself.
Yeah,
I can get
I
it
have.
myself.
I'd like to see 3 sets so that I can see patterns.
Okay.
Right? It's
I'll do 3 sets.
Did I?
the best thing that you can get from both of us is feedback. Feedback on your sets.
Out of interest, have I demoed for you enough?
Sorry?
Is what you saw good? You're happy?
Yeah, I'm very happy. I'm very happy. And I'm way more happy for what you did to the guy than for how good the girls we were
It's all game.
talking
It's
to.
all game.
Yeah.
Life
That's
is
what I
game.
mean.
Game is life. We're all playing a fucking game.
That's also going
Life is game,
Okay.
game is life. Some deep shit there.
There's some deep
Say that in that market box. Life is
We're P-U-A-M-M-A.
And what will you
M-P-U-A-M-M-A.
continue to do?
I think I will keep doing conversation to anybody who strokes my path. I talked to a lot of people. I met a lot of people and had fun.
Good.
That's also
So that's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to meet lots of people. We're going to continue to have the fun in it. We're going to get through the first 3 warm-up sets that are going to suck, that might suck. We're going to go after hotter targets,
Yeah, I am.
right?
That's hotter than
And
that.
what I'd like to see happen more is bounces and moves. We're going to bounce these sets and just give them something to do.
Aussie, Tirampelli, LeBlanc, home. 3 bounces. Aussie bar, we then bounce. Tirampelli, the other bar that we went to, we bounce. LeBlanc, and then home.
Yeah. And you should know
Three
where you're
bounces.
bouncing them to before you bounce.
Logistics.
The
We-
logistics
and now we
have
know.
to be handled. Now we know. So, I mean, you don't know which one we're going to next, but just make one up. Say it. Tirinpeli. Remember that word? So that's a bite to eat, right? Hey, I've got friends over at Tirinpeli, and
What
I
does
plan
it
on
mean?
going with some of my friends now to go grab a bite to eat. You are more than welcome to come
What
tag along.
does it mean?
And now you have a reason to see each
Little
other
bird?
again that night, right? They can just continue the interaction. Instant date. But you have to know where to take them.
What?
Also, you have to know where to lock in
Black
before
crowds.
you've locked in.
Black crowds.
When I go into a venue, I will note whether it's a type of place that has lots of lock-ins or not. Lots of places like, excuse me, I can lean up against the bar, I can lean up against the pillar over
Bird
there.
game.
There's the
Bird
smoking
game.
section and
Wow.
there's an empty a stall. I've got options then.
That's perfect.
Sometimes it's completely filled and I can't sit anywhere, right? Which is why we'll call ahead and get a bottle. If they're a big cock farmer guys, it's the only way to
Or you
get us
clear
in.
a table.
And clear a table. And then you have a place to sit with the girl, right? Presuming, of course, you're going to have that level of success where you can sit with a girl. That's what we want to do. All of us, we want to find an attractive girl, captivate them enough to get into a sit-down situation, and actually sit in one-on-one and getting to know each other. That's the dream. We're going to make that happen. Just know your bounces, know your lock-ins, know what you're going to do next.
I'm looking
Know what phase
for-
you're in. If you don't know what phase you're in, you're in A3. It's just a general rule. If you don't know where you're at, where am I in this set? Odds are you're in A3. You should be qualifying. Oh yeah, qualifying. It's a high valued male behavior. 20% of attraction is, to me, in the very act of qualifying. It's a high valued male behavior. So you only need 80% of attraction in A2, and then you start to qualify her, and that's high valued male behavior too, and that's attractive. And you're getting her to talk about herself. It's the most interesting topic you can conceive of. Her.
I want to see
Just don't open with
pizzazz tonight. That's what I want to see from you.
some pizzazz, some flair, some smiling, even when you don't feel like smiling. Smile. Smile between sets, smile when you open the set, but don't keep the smile. Then it's fake.
So if I do this to you, it means you're not doing
Yeah,
enough
it means-
pizzazz.
Jazz hands. Pizzazz. We
So
need
when
some-
you see me do this, I want you to be in pizzazz mode.
And this means let's wrap it up and we're heading to the next venue at your earliest convenience. Bring the group with you. If I go, let's wrap it up. Let's tell that set, hey, my friends and I were taking off to the next venue. Come join. It's just down the walkway. We're just walking down the street a little ways. Come tag along and I can continue my story.
Cool.
Yeah.
Quick question. You say don't smile all the time. Well, I never smile all the time like
Right.
that. But if I'm walking through, then if you look at people in a nightclub, it's so fucking depressed. It's so,
Yeah.
so funny.
I smile between sets.
I'd be like,
Like I just had a laugh.
yeah. Be like, oh,
Not enough.
smile.
Not enough. This.
This.
Warm with
Big
the
one.
eyes. The big
Do it.
smile.
No,
Try
you're-
this one.
And that.
You're doing that.
Bigger.
You need more teeth.
Bigger.
Bigger.
That's it.
Like the
Boom.
Joker. Think
Right?
the Joker.
That's it. It's a big smile. It's a real true
What
smile.
I've noticed, if you look, if you do smile, people start looking at you like, you know,
Why is he smiling?
why?
Yeah.
Like you've got an inside joke. It's like, well, this guy is pretty cool. He's
Right?
smiling.
He's happy.
He's happy.
A girl will gain
Yeah,
2 points
exactly.
just for having a smile.
Yeah.
At least in my mind. When I see a girl smiling, she's more attractive to me.
Big time. Imagine a girl that doesn't smile. I wouldn't want to hang out with her. And there are some girls that don't smile.
Rest in bitch face.
Yeah. Like that one.
Yeah. I sometimes go up to him like, why are you so depressed? It's cool.
I don't think that.
I don't like it.
Yeah, like that. I remember.
I change their mood, not their mind.
Yeah.
I don't know where that leads, you know? Why don't you smile? Why aren't you smiling? As opposed to, get her to smile.
Yeah, make
Here we go.
Yeah.
If I can ask you guys,
I had discussion from before, so we need to, maybe you're talking to a group and you say to all the people in the group except for you say, I don't care about you, or we won't get along. And after day 3, so 12 minutes later, you're saying to the same group, me and her like each other, so we're going to have some time alone, or would you mind to give us some time alone?
Something similar to that. This is all paraphrasing, but yeah. And then they're amazed. They're amazed that, oh, okay, so that not getting along thing that we saw earlier, that was flirting.
And another one. You said if you don't know where you're at, you're probably at A3.
Yep.
But many people who go through with A2 and don't do the proper things in A2,
yeah.
When they try to qualify in the first place, they get stuck in friend zone or boring.
Or they try to qualify and the girl doesn't allow you to qualify, right? Like, name 3 things that would make someone want to get to know you more. And she says, I don't want to. My response is, I was just being polite. I don't need to hear the answer either. I was just being polite. You're still in A2. You haven't gone into A3. You're still in A2, so now you have to neg her for the bad behavior, and you have to DHV some more until you can elicit IOIs. Some girls take 10 minutes. It takes 10 minutes of DHV to layer it in until you start getting IOIs, right? And if I'm not getting it, if I'm not getting some tension, I have to throw it in. And I'm going to throw it in by throwing a monkey wrench into the machinery, by the liberal use of negs.
By the way, I got a what back. And I put something is bugging me. Yeah, she'll say what? And I'll say guess. So your one-word answers.
Yeah, that's it. You're playing one-word answers, really. And the answer is you. You're bugging me.
Bug me? Why? Because you're not here. As a voice message.
Because we're talking about you and you're not here. Yeah.
Something like that.
Because you're not here. You're on my mind. And she is.
She is on my mind.
Okay, well, we got some good start-stop continues around the board. Know what we have to do for tonight. What we could do is review a component or go up.
When? Now. Go out now. Is it not raining?
Sun will come out
tomorrow.
You have just finished volume 1, which we like to call attraction. Amazing. If you didn't get volume 2 and 3, I think you should, don't you, after watching this? Okay, what I want you to do is really, really put this into action and get your life to the next level. Your lifestyle, your dating life, your social life, and even this filters through into your work life. It's going to build your confidence, your courage, your conviction, and congruency in life. But really what it's going to do is make you competent. Competent that you have a strong, structured skill set with the material to bring it forward and delivering it in the right way. I've been Baxter, and I will see you with Mystery on volume 2. And if you really want to meet us, let me know. You can meet in person. It's been awesome speaking to you on this first volume. I'll see you soon.